to Dynamic Core. I'm Fran, and I'm here today with my friend Jacqueline of Duluth, PG County. Thanks for being here.
Of course, thanks for having me.
So Jacqueline and I have been talking about motherhood and diastasis recti and how oftentimes diastasis recti is something that's not checked for, and many women don't even know that they have it. So today we're going to be talking about what is diastasis recti, and we'll be checking to see if Jacqueline has diastasis recti too, then be able to approach her fitness and her well-being and manage her healing in a really integrated way. So diastasis recti is a thinning of the connective tissue that you have in between your abdominal muscles, and then leads to what can be like a separation between your right and left sides of your abdominal muscles. And this often happens because of intra-abdominal pressure. So obviously if you have a baby growing within you, that creates intra-abdominal pressure, right? And that pressure, that expanding baby growing within you, causes a stretching of your muscles, which you ideally want, and also a thinning of the connective tissue. And sometimes, and it's very common, there can be so much of a thinning of the connective tissue that then after you've given birth, you may still have a wide separation in between your abdominal muscles. And what this can then lead to is having there be less support for your reproductive and your digestive organs, and less support of the container of your torso. So a lot of times, sometimes people may feel like they have no core, maybe feel kind of like a squishy feeling in their tummy, or feel that their tummy kind of protrudes out more than they would want it to. And sometimes I hear women expressing that they've lost all of the baby weight that they were expecting to lose, and then they're still feeling like they have a large belly, or feeling upset about their back really bothering them and trying to strengthen their back, but not really realizing it's more of a holistic approach that's needed to really integrate the abdominals and the back muscles and the pelvic floor all together. So we are going to check today to see if you have a diastasis. So first we're going to get down onto the mat. When you have a diastasis, one of the most important things is to not put more load. So Jacqueline is laying down on her side first, to then support herself all the way safely onto her side, and then she's going to lower her head and roll onto her back. And then as you come onto your back, you can bend your knees and put your feet flat on the floor. And yeah, you can just allow yourself to settle in. And what we're going to check for is when the abdominal muscles are relaxed. So first, could you lift your shirt to expose your navel, and then just lower your pants a bit to also expose your navel. And so we're going to be checking 3 places for your diastasis recti on your abdomen. And what's most important when we're checking is that we're looking for not only the width of separation, but actually what's most important is looking at the tone of your connective tissue, because that's what we want to strengthen. We want to strengthen abdominal muscles, but we also want to strengthen your connective tissue and how that's supporting integrity of how you support yourself overall. The first place we'll check is 3 fingers width above the belly button. So I'm going to place my fingers just right above your belly button and then come perpendicular. And can you just take your hand for a moment and show to everybody else how they would measure themselves? So take your 3 fingers width right here above the belly button, and then pivot your palm to face towards your face. So you're coming across your abdomen like that. Okay? So that's how you'll check yourself. You can go ahead and lower your arm and I'll check you. So I have my fingers 3 fingers width above, and then you'll take a breath, and then as you exhale, relax and soften. I'm gently pressing my fingers towards your spine. Now nod your chin and then curl your head slightly off of the floor. And then you can take tiny pulses there as you pulse upwards. And I'm feeling for both deeping down and feeling what kind of buoyancy of tone I feel, and also side to side to see if I feel a grabbing of the muscles around my fingers. Can you come just a little bit higher? There we go. I can feel them kicking in there. So yep, just a little bit less than 3 fingers wide at the top. Lower your head down. We're going to now check at your belly button. Take a breath and exhale as you soften, relaxing. Pause, breathe in, exhale, relaxing, nod your chin, curl your head and shoulders forward just a little bit right there. Good, so I feel now just slightly less than 3 fingers here as well. And there's a little bit less tone at the connective tissue at her belly button than above. That's very common. It's where your umbilicus is, right? So there's more connective tissue there and more likelihood of not as much tone. Now I'm 3 fingers width below the belly button, taking a breath. Relaxing your muscles as you nod your chin, then curl your head forward. Good. And then go down just a little bit. Give a tiny pulse here of your head. Yeah, there you go. So that's, again, about 2 fingers width, and I'm feeling better amount of tone here than the belly button, and then lower down. So we would assess from this that Jacqueline does have a diastasis recti, and as we were checking, there were slightly different widths of separation along the path high above at her belly button and down below. It was actually wider in the top 2 points for her than it was at the lower point. Yet there was a little bit less connective tissue tone in the lower portions than above. And it's important to just name that for every woman, she carries her body, a baby, a little bit differently in her body, and how your organs had moved around during pregnancy, that it's not uncommon for your diastasis recti separations to be different from one another, and different places have you wider or less tone than another. So from this, we know that it's going to be really important for Jacqueline to be mindful about how she moves and supports her body as she's going about her everyday. And we're going to go into another video on some exercises that are safe to do at any point after having a child to help heal and manage diastasis recti. Thank you so much for supporting us so that everybody can see how to be able to do this for themselves. And I'm really glad that you're here with me.
Thank you.